This video is just going to be me talking because there's too many mosquitoes for me to be standing around outside. But anyways, if you've seen my videos about small flower pawpaws, you will have noticed that I have some in plant pots, and I mentioned that they are clones of wild plants. These ones are all that I have gotten from areas where they are growing right at the edge of the woods, which means that every year, twice a year, maybe 3 times a year, depends, the city comes through and chops them all to the ground. So I took a shovel, like a little trowel, and dug up one of the plants that had been chopped down to the roots, and then planted that, which has sprouted into one of the plants I've got back there, and I've shown you on the video. So, unlike common pawpaws, which are notoriously difficult to root from clones, small flower pawpaws tolerate it much better. So if you have a small flower pawpaw near you that is wild, if you are allowed to dig a small section of it up, you can do so. I would recommend bringing a plant pot with you, or at least a bucket of water just to have it in so it's not getting baked if you have a long drive or a long walk home. Yeah, just give it lots of water and keep it in shade for a while until it starts to show signs of growing. And then, yeah, just try and get, like, even if it would probably work better with a bigger shovel, like an actual shovel for digging instead of a little trowel, but you can use a little trowel if that's all you've got. If you know that a plant is going to be bulldozed because the entire wild area is being turned into a parking lot or something else like that, because I've seen videos of people in Florida where that keeps happening, dig up the entire plant and put it somewhere else. If the options are transplant the whole plant or let it be killed to build a parking lot, just transplant the entire thing, assuming it's not actively illegal to do that. Small flower pawpaws are not endangered, so you shouldn't really have any problems with that, but just obviously make sure ahead of time. But I mean, if they're literally going to build a parking lot there's not really much you can do besides that. So yeah, if there's wild small flower pawpaws near you, or if you have a friend who has some on their property, dig up a little section, treat it like any other plant that you're going to divide. Just pick a few stems, or just even one stem, and then chop between that and the rest of the plant. Try and get as many roots as possible, and then bring it home, plant it. You can plant it in the ground or in a container. We have ours in containers just because we don't have too many options for planting in the ground. And then keep it in shade, water it well, and baby it for a while. And hopefully it'll grow. And yeah, these do not like growing in full sun. Do not try to grow them in full sun. A lot of people do that with common pawpaws, but small flower pawpaws will not like it, especially if they've just been transplanted. Maybe after you've had the plant for a year or two and you know it's fully rooted, you can try it if you really want, but it's probably not going to like it. The small flower pawpaw fruit, my laptop is turned off because our power was out today. If you go on inaturalist.org, you can go to this page for small flower pawpaws and look at the graph. The small flower pawpaws, as far as I can tell, usually no longer have fruit on them by September because they ripen earlier than common pawpaws. But yeah, you can root them, you can clone them, just do obvious things like water it well, try and get as many roots as possible, and blah blah blah. That's it for this video. Bye bye.